fans already with a focused look on their faces as they arrived earlier, planning on a strong performance in their home building. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Bird, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for Georges Niang.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Chris Middleton is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. And for Cleveland, a loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. And it's Okoro in at the small forward. And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
Lopez, a screen on Garland. And that one's good. Lillard.
And there's an edge to Lillard's game. He's fearless, and you can see it when he's finishing in traffic.
A kick out to Mobley. And the 3 off target. Here's Milwaukee now. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
Well, the best way to silence a crowd is with your offensive game. Those fans got quiet in a hurry when the buckets started raining down.
Milwaukee shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
First free throw is good. And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses. A solid passer and rebounder, but it's really scoring where Middleton shows up big. He can be just relentless on that end of the floor. You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now here's Lopez. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Lillard against Garland. The kick out to Lopez. No good with the triple.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Here's Okoro. Lays it up off the glass.
What tremendous control from Isaac Okoro. His coaches encourage him to attack through contact.
Giannis against Mobley. Pass to Middleton. It's rebounded by Cleveland. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Yeah, proficiency from range, away from home, much easier said than done. They played a terrific ball game.
And I think it was clear that their plan was to attack from the three-point line, and it worked to perfection.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
Yeah, you followed this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan. Doris, one of the more relentless players in the NBA, Donovan Mitchell.
Kevin, what I love about him is he loves the lead role. He feels very comfortable carrying tremendous responsibility on the offensive end. Donovan, one of the more confident players you'll meet.
A different look now for Cleveland. Niang comes in for Allen. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Okoro. Portis, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Portis, a screen on Garland to end the run. And the layup good by Lillard.
Aggressive move by Lillard, attacking the heart of that defense.
Cleveland leading by 4. To the paint. It's tipped. Lopez with the steal. Lillard, right side. Portis trying to free himself. Knocks it loose. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mobley.
And a quick check of the stats from Bobby Portis. Some impressive play from him over the last month. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's a great presence on the glass. He'll battle inside for every rebound.
He's certainly not afraid to mix it up. When bodies are around or flying, he's usually at the point of it.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Garland against Lillard. Screen by Niang. Clock at 6. The 3 from Garland. Rebounded by Jackson.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Portis. Back to Jackson. Sinks that one from the post. 12 seconds left to play in the first. Now Garland. Allen, a screen on Lillard. And here's Garland for 3. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Cavaliers on top, up by 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you could see the results.
Cavaliers leading. Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
They've got George Niang. He's out there with Karis LeVert. Max Strus is out there with Jarrett Allen. And it's Jerome in at the 1. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. To Niang. Here's Allen. Strus with it. There's the 3. Sinks the 3-pointer.
Max Strus so comfortable with his range shooting.
Bucks trail by 5. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Trent gets the bucket.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Jerome. He has yet to score. Tries from 10, and the shot is long. They've been hanging in there.
And a chance here to jump on top.
Antetokounmpo passes to Trent. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Dean Wade, he's checked in for George Niang. Okoro comes in for Karis LeVert. Mitchell, he's checked in for Max Strus. And it's Garland in for Ty Jerome. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Taurean Prince comes in for Green. Chris Middleton's checked in for Gary Trent. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Jackson. And here is Lopez after Darius Garland getting his shot to go from deep. Lillard scanning the floor. Jared Allen grabs the miss. Allen's got his 5th rebound in this one. And Okoro throws it down.
What an incredible athlete this guy is. Okoro rises up and finishes with force.
Doris, you can just see in Isaac Okoro the confidence he's gained since his rookie year.
Kevin, he's always had tremendous confidence on the defensive end. I mean, he's a lockdown defender at multiple positions. What you're seeing develop is more belief in his jump shot. And that confidence comes because he's been willing to put in the work.
Here's Mitchell following the basket by Giannis. Allen kicks to Okoro. Allen dishes to Okoro. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. They trail by 3. The Cavaliers beat them last time when these two teams met in Cleveland.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
The Cavaliers leading by 3. The wide open look here for Garland. A basket good off the assist from Allen. Allen's got 3 assists tonight.
That's where you're so afraid of Darius Garland's ability to get all the way downhill, that when he stops and pops, that's easy money.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Nailed from three-point land. Lillard's got 7 points.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Cavaliers lead by 5. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Joined by Doc Rivers. Coach, what did you think of the effort in the first half?
Well, the effort's fine, I guess. Defensively, we got to be better, so that's part of the effort. But they're just scoring too easy. They're throwing us around. They are so much more the physical team right now, so we got to pick up our physicality.
I'm sure that will be discussed thoroughly before the next half. Thanks. Back to you guys.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
And for that game against the 76ers, they don't want to say it, but they are very confident coming into this one. And who can blame them?
They played some good ball this season. Their opponent, not so much.
And turning our attention to the first half of our game tonight, bit of a tough start for the Bucks.
Got to get these fellas some allergy medicine. They're clearly allergic to the paint, and it's a problem.
Aren't you sponsored by an allergy medication?
Not yet, and not one that can fix this.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Donovan Mitchell really making a difference here.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And here is Garland on the court for the Bucks. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Chris Middleton, and it's Prince in at the 3 spot. GA, you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
So deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that 3. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his looks.
Free throw good, Garland. Doris, when the Cavaliers made the trade for Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland then began to do a lot of his work off the ball.
He had to, Kevin, and he made no secret of the fact that this was an adjustment. When you are accustomed to being the primary initiator, moving off the ball takes time. But to his credit, he's adapted beautifully.
Both free throws good from Garland. Well, last season, the Cavaliers won their first playoff series since 2018. That's when LeBron was with them, Greg.
And it was their first series win without LeBron James since 1993. So it was a huge deal for the organization as they continue to take steps in the right direction. Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Allen passes to Mitchell. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And that's because of the size and strength of Mitchell. If you're going to foul him, you've got to make sure it's so good that he can't get the and-one.
At the line for Cleveland, Donovan Mitchell, shooting 1.
Bucks trail by 8. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Lillard with a screen for Antetokounmpo. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Mobley.
Maybe the most highly skilled big man in our league. Giannis is also one of the most frequently fouled bigs in our game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
And what I love about Giannis, yeah, he's a superstar, an MVP, a champion. But best of all, Giannis is an incredible ambassador for the game.
Mitchell with it. Now guarded by Middleton. And it's Mitchell missing.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
To the inside. Lopez inside, covered by a Coral. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. The Cavaliers leading by 7. Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 11. Pass to Mobley. Garland against Lillard. Mobley, a screen on Lillard. Antetokounmpo with the steal. Garland against Lillard. And the layup's good off the glass. Lillard's got 9 points.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Now, here's Okoro, guarded by Prince. He had a nice open look right there. Mitchell's got the lead up to 8 now for Cleveland.
You love how confident Donovan Mitchell is. On the catch and shoot opportunities, there's no hesitation.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
Let's give it up for your powerhouse dance team.
LeVert's checked in for Okoro. The Bucks also with the sub. Trent's checked in for Taurean Prince. Here's Antetokounmpo. He has 5. 1:31 left in the third. Middleton with a screen for Antetokounmpo. Middleton outside. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots over LeVert. Middleton can't get it to go. And so LeVert will bring it up for the Cavaliers. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game.
Well, this guy has got tremendous length and hops. Jared Allen makes it easy.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Lopez, a screen on Garland. 3-pointer, Lillard. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Some nights, Lillard can just keep going and going.
Mobley outside. There's Garland, and it's good for 2. Garland's got 4 points this quarter.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Lopez kicks to Trent. Going inside, and the shot goes down. Trent's got 5 now.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half.
Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. He's looking for Mobley and finds him. He can't get that one to fall. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And now we take a look back to Doc Rivers talking to his team from his huddle.
Let's get stops. Focus on the stops. If you like your shots and they start falling, you still got to get stopped. Hang on your defense.
And that's Doc Rivers doing some simple math for his team, guys, wanting them to do more than just match baskets.
Yeah, tremendous effort they're showing on the offensive end. They need some of that, though, on the defensive side of the ball. They've got to start working together on that end of the floor.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Wade, Okoro out there with George Niang. Then there's Garland. And it's Jerome in at the shooting guard. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Screen by Niang. Garland, no good. Bucks trail by 5. Antetokounmpo looking it over. And it's Wade with the rebound.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
There's Jerome. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Jerome's got his first basket of the night.
And nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Jared Allen's checked in for Dean Wade. Mobley comes in for George Niang. And Donovan Mitchell's subbed in for Ty Jerome. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Prince comes in for Green. Chris Middleton's checked in for Gary Trent. And it's Damian Lillard in for Jackson. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. And he begged them, don't give up. He told his guys, one possession at a time. Let's go out there and do what we talked about. That's how we get back into this one. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Cavaliers.
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
Also, they've been living in the lane. They're getting the ball in close, and it's had a devastating impact all game long.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. And both free throws good for Giannis. Cleveland leading by 5. Garland feeling it out a little bit. Allen kicks to Okoro. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Mobley, a screen on Middleton. 5 to shoot. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Doesn't go that time. Great D that time for Middleton. Lillard outside. Lopez against Allen. To the middle. Here's Giannis. Nobody near Lillard. And the Bucks miss again.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Mitchell passes to Allen. And then Allen slams it in.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Physical basketball from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
There is no question Antetokounmpo is a star in this league. This team trusts him to make the big shot.
Mitchell outside. Bangs home the trifecta. Mitchell's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Giannis against Mobley. Allen, a screen on Antetokounmpo. And it's Allen slamming it down.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Lillard. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Lillard's got 6 here in this quarter.
And all of a sudden, that three puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
Yeah, and if he can stay hot from out there, his three-point shot could be the tool they use to win this game.
There's Garland, and it's sent back by Lillard. And he's able to get it back. Count it.
One thing we know about Darius Garland already, he is never going to shy away from a big-time opportunity.
Here's Giannis. Good! And now they trail by just 4.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Team foul.
35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Mobley outside. 23 seconds left in the game. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Allen. Mitchell outside. Lets it go with a 3.
And there's the length of Chris Middleton on full display. Great timing as well.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're trailing by 4. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
This is the very definition of desperation mode right now. They need a quick shot and a quick foul.
There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
Second team foul. At the line for your Cavaliers, Evan Mobley, taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Well, what a performer this guy is. Game is on the line. He stands up and delivers.
We see the Cavaliers get the win here. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And now let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Donovan. High execution from the team tonight. Did you think the focus was there collectively?
Most definitely. I think, if we don't focus, we might let this game slip away. But for us, it's continuing to plug away. And we're not at our 100% yet. We're not at our best, but we have a lot more things to improve on. But our focus and attention to details really was getting us through.
Looks like you're building towards something special, man. Thanks. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. And now, our player of the game, Donovan Mitchell.